Hey everyone, it was great to see so many of you last Sunday. Man, it's been amazing to be a part of what God is doing here at Benchmark. And I say this all the time, but I am just so happy to be here. That's because it's exciting to watch God work. And I'm so thankful for each one of you who've been praying for our church body, who've been serving here as we all grow into the people that God desires us to be. You know, God is the one who causes the growth in his family because he's the only one who can change lives. And that happens through the power of the resurrection. Without the resurrection, we would have no faith. We would have no church because it would all be pointless. If Jesus didn't raise from the dead, that would have meant that he wasn't God and that he didn't have the power over sin and death. I love how C.S. Lewis describes this in his book, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Remember, Aslan the lion gives his life to save the life of young Edmund, who was a traitor to his family and to all of Narnia. And the White Witch, thinking she had finally won, she murders Aslan, and then she runs off to wage war against all of Narnia and to subdue it completely. But something amazing happens. Spoiler alert if you haven't read the book, Aslan raises from the dead. Remember, Lucy and Susan were horrified when they watched Aslan killed, and how joyful they were when he came back to life. They couldn't understand how it all happened, so let's look at how Aslan explains it to them. Though the witch knew the deep magic, there is a deeper magic still, which she did not know. Her knowledge goes back only to the dawn of time. But if she could have looked a little further back into the stillness and darkness before time dawned, she would have read there a different incantation. She would have known that when a willing victim who had committed no treachery was killed in a traitor's stead, the table would crack and death itself would start working backwards. What C.S. Lewis is doing here is he's explaining Romans 8, verse 2, which says that the law of the Spirit of life in Christ Jesus has set me free from the law of sin and death. See, Jesus is like Aslan. He's the one who had committed no treachery. And we are like Edmund, the traitor to our people and to God himself. But the deeper magic, the law of the Spirit of life in Christ, has set us free from the law of sin and death. It's the deeper magic of Christ that has reversed the curse of sin and now has death working backwards. Because of Christ, no matter what happens in this life, we have hope. That is great news. I hope this all encourages you today. I love you guys. We'll see you real soon.